All right. Good evening, everybody. How's it going? How's it going, man?
Man, can't complain, man. I'm in the building with the family tonight for
Okay.
another in the crypto therapy 589.
Okay. So I'm gonna let everybody know. Unfortunately, our special guest had an emergency. She had to take care of with her family today. So she's not gonna be able to make it. But before we get started, I'm gonna say a quick prayer for her. Right. I'm not gonna get detailed with you, but she just had some family stuff to take care of. I'll say a quick prayer. Lord, we thank you for this day and everything given us. Please forgive us for our sins. And please help Lady K and her family in their time of need. That's your name. Amen. Amen. Hey, we got to start it off like that, bro. Well, when you know how it go, and I ain't gonna go into, but it is what it is.
Yeah,
So
life is precious, and anytime one of us is handling a situation, we all handling the situation. So we always gonna send those positive vibes, energy, and prayers up to support one another. So I don't care who it is. Right now is Lady K. We're there for you. It could be FUMA, it could be myself, could be Crypto Dave, it could be Angus. We all support each other. We a family, no matter what.
And y'all know I need some prayers, bro. Because I can. We're gonna talk about crypto, but I can talk about some other stuff I'm going through right now. Y'all gonna laugh. Hey man, let me put some music on the background. All right. Let me put something on for us, man. There's no music on the background of this one. Oh, what happened to them? Oh, there it is. Well, we ain't gonna play that one. Okay. That's pretty smooth, ain't it?
Yeah.
That's Romeo. Hey, so I'm doing Monday, I'm gonna do a show dedicated to Romeo the King. If you want to pop in, you can pop in.
Okay.
It's actually an XRP. I'm gonna do it. The XRP is gonna be the coin of the night.
Oh, so I gotta jump on.
Yeah.
I'm not. You're not gonna do XRP, and I'm not there.
So yeah, I'm gonna do the. I'm gonna have my ledger, and I'm gonna show MetaMask is the technology. So I'm gonna show MetaMask, and then I'm gonna show I think I'm gonna go to show how to stake your FXRP again, and stuff like that, man. But before we get started, let me do this. All right, let me share the screen. We're gonna go through the coins, and we're just gonna take a gander. We're gonna talk about them, and then we're gonna get heavy and deep in tonight for crypto therapy. Man, you good with that?
Thumbs up.
He's all right. It's all good. So, all right, that worked. All right, we got Bitcoin at 65. I have a question. I'm going to ask questions about each one of these coins. Are you seeing the different articles and people on YouTube talking about next week Bitcoin's going to go to zero? Have you started to see some of that wording out there right now?
So when it's me and FUD, I try to get that off of my timeline because it's not going to zero. But I just have a feeling that they don't want the masses in on it. As much as we talk about crypto and we talk about crypto with the family, we're doing the research, we listening to the other crypto casters. We're actually in a silo. A lot of people still don't have crypto.
Yeah, man. Because the reason why I asked that question is I saw some YouTubers talking about it, but then Fidelity was like, hey, they came out and wrote statements to the senators, and I think with Charles Schwab, and they were like, we're trying to do these new ETFs with Bitcoin. So I'm like, why is everybody flooding Bitcoin that bad when Schwab, which is highly conservative, them guys are like, no, they're like T. Trump is conservative, and Fidelity's they're in the middle. Fidelity's been offering crypto for a while, but if they're writing in letters about this type of stuff, so I just want to get your thoughts on that.
No, I mean, with Schwab jumping in, all it does is confirm to me that this is not going anywhere, right? You're slowly hearing bank by bank join. Where do you think it's going to go? It's not going down to zero. So when I hear that those type of messages, I just strictly ignore them because to me that's foolishness. The way how BlackRock, the way how the market has now absorbed crypto, You can't tell me now it's going to go to zero all of a sudden.
You know,
My personal opinion, they don't want the masses in, and they want to gobble it up at these prices. Now, some people may say 65,000 for Bitcoin is high, but it's actually, to me, low. Now, I'm not saying I spent 65,000 to get it. I'm just saying get in now, because when it runs up to 1 million and you sitting back talk about, I remember the day when FUMA and GMoney were talking and it was 65,000, now it's $1 million. You know, when you look at $1 million versus 65,000, you're like, yeah, you could have got it for the cheap.
Yeah, I guess you could. So let's do it. So if you got $6,000 worth right now, and it runs to 1 million. Let's see. Let me do this. Let me just do
the math.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the math, bro. Because you know,
because people don't believe it, right? And once again, remember, I told you I was in crypto when Bitcoin was $250.
So let's say you got 6,000 right now. If my keyboard will work.
Yeah.
What the heck is going on today? Okay. So you got 6,000. That gives 0.09. So would you multiply that by a million?
So now, hold on. I'll give you the number. Give me 1 second. Let's see. 0.09.
0.09 times a million, right?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 90,000. So your $6,000 investment turned into almost 100 grand, 90,000.
I could use that right now.
Now I don't know what percentage increase it is. I know it's significant.
Yeah, that's okay. So let's just do some. Yeah.
Keep playing.
Yeah.
So let's just say you did XRP. You took your 9,000. We did 9,000, right? 9,000 or 6,000. Was it 9,000 or 6?
6,000. 6,000.
My apologies. 6,000. 1, 2, 3, and let's see. 1 divide that by 111. I'm still sorry, folks. I'm still on the old calculator. I'm old school. So that gives you about 5,400 XRP, right?
Just go to $10 with that. That's
times 10. That's 54,000. So your 6,000 investment just got you almost a 10x. That's a 10x, or 9 point something and change x.
So it's probably better to go. It's probably better to go XRP with that 6 grand.
I mean,
I would imagine it's easier to get to $10 from $1 something than it is to get to $1 million from 65,000.
Yeah, I don't believe Bitcoin will be 1 million this year. Is it on this? Is that par on trajectory? Yes, but for this year, I will go XRP versus Bitcoin if you had 6,000, because they're saying possibly by the end of the year, maybe 200 grand for a Bitcoin.
Yeah. Okay. I always have to ask the questions when we doing these things.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And you know what? The numbers don't lie. We're governed by numbers. So
okay. Oh, what's going on, Tron Jarvis?
I see Angus is in there. Angus Scream is in the building.
Angus is in hardcore manufacturing, dude. He real cool, man. We had some good conversations.
Yeah.
Maybe we should get Angus on here to do an interview with Angus.
We need to. We could talk at XDC. We could talk to XDC if you want.
You want to go to? You want me to go? Okay, we're gonna go straight to the XDC. We'll hit the numbers and we'll hit the news. How about that?
Let's go for it.
XDC, y'all. It's at 2 cents. You should have a
I'm gonna say for my hip hop head, it's a robbery. I would be talking about XDC. Yeah. You know what? Oh, real quick, let's put the disclaimer. This is for educational purposes. We are not financial advisors. This is for education and entertainment. Do your own research. We like to talk about crypto. We love crypto. We believe in it. This is strictly for education and entertainment. We are not financial advisors. All right. Now that we got through with the disclaimer, Listen, XDC steal at 2 cents. It's a steal.
$10 a week, bro. Let me show you. That's my DCA for it because I already got a nice bag.
Yeah, show them the number.
Let me show you what $10 we get with you.
Show them the numbers.
358 a week. A week. What's going on, Remy? A week. This is my DCA for this joker. $10 a week.
Right. Okay, so folks, let's talk about it real quick before we go any further. This is not for our diehards, right? This is not for our hardcore folks. We know you guys are DCAing. For people who don't understand what dollar cost averaging means, it means you pick a target. FUMA says $10 a week on XDC. So no matter if XDC goes up or down, FUMA, let's just choose a day. On Wednesday, he buys $10 every Wednesday. It's a fire and forget. So for FUMA in 6 months, he's going to have a significant bag because he's been consistent the entire time. Also, he sacrificed something. So his $10 a week, maybe it was to Starbucks. He doesn't go to Starbucks on Wednesday. Every other day he goes, but he doesn't go on Wednesday because why? His $10 is going towards XDC.
I keep it real. I've been drinking a lot of Racetrack. I either drink Racetrack, and I know nobody wants to hear that. I'm at the community joint at Racetrack.
We're going to pray for his kidneys.
What's that?
We're going to pray for his kidneys.
Hey, man, I'm going to even tell you a trick. A dude, I think he was like Russian or Ukrainian dude showed me something. I was up there. He was looking at me. He was like, "No, that's not how you make coffee here." I'm like, "What do you mean?" He was like, "Put your cup under." He emptied the cup and was like, "Put your cup underneath there." So he hit the button, and you know where the coffee first comes out dark. As soon as it starts turning light, he hit cancel on it. He looked at me. He's like, "You'll see. Hold on." And he hit the button again to start it back up. It ground new coffee. It got the dark stuff came out. So it hit light. He turned it off again. Then he did it again. He said, "Now try that." Man, my dang hair flew in. I had an afro. It was that strong, man. I was like, "Yo, this is great." Because
you get the unibrow. You get the unibrow.
Man, the hair started growing out of my back. So now that coffee that they have, I always get the couple first 3 seconds, 3 or 4 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay. He said, "Pray for my kidney for real." But yeah, you're right. The sacrifice is real, man.
Yeah. So dollar cost average. That's why FUMA was saying he does $10 a week and he got a significant bag. There's a reason why. He fired forget. What we talk about fire and forget. He said it and he forgot it. And you got to understand it. Do it in small increments like that. It will not impact you on your other expenses because it's so small, but because of the consistency, you'll be able to gain a bigger bag over time.
And I tell you now, if you man, I tell you, I had some other tactics I was doing. I mean, you know, I had a lot of them running at $20 a week, and I would still buy a lot of crypto, and then I was still saving. So one thing I always did, y'all, and I'll tell you this is, I never lived at the financial lifestyle I should have, or what the expectations. I don't have a Benz. You know, I've been a senior cybersecurity manager in my past, infrastructure manager, all these things, made some decent money at it, right? But me and my family, we don't take vacations to Europe. You never heard me say, "Hey, me and the family going to Europe on vacation. We're going somewhere on vacation." We go to our little condo. We may go to Orlando to get some hot pot, right? Eat some Top Golf in Orlando. But our goal was to, you know, try to pay off the house, pay off major bills and stuff. And, you know, we still can go out and have a good time, but man, I need to spend it.
Yeah. So once again, for the folks who are new to us, not my diehards on in the chat, the lurkers, and the new folks who are finding out about, you know, Cryptotherapy 589, sacrifice. And once again, FUMA's not saying he was living in a hovel and all his kids and his wife are in one room and they got a you know, a one pot stove on a propane, on a butane filter. No,
bro.
What FUMA just dropped on y'all is he could have been living real nice if he didn't care. They could have been living real good, but instead he lived a very conservative life and used that extra money on investment.
Yeah, I'll tell you guys a funny story, man. So I had this before I had my current car, which is a Nissan Murano. I had a 2010 Altima Coupe. So from 2010 to 2020, I had this car. This car had been from Daytona to Palm Coast, Orlando, Tampa, Miami, the Keys, Texas, Atlanta, Maryland, Virginia. Man, I put some miles on it to the point where the gas tank rusted out. You know, the gas cap, man, it rusted. And I couldn't find one online, so I went to the dealership. They was like, all right, we're going to charge you 20. I was like, nah, I got it online for 15 from your own people. They're delivering it. I got to have it delivered here. The dude was like, we could paint it up. And I'm like, how much that's going to cost? He was like, 100. I said, nah, dog. So I was driving around. Remember with the silver car with the black? It was matted black because it wasn't painted. That joker rusted off. I didn't even care, man. The airbags went out. You know, the airbags not for that, for what is it, suspension?
Yeah.
They were like, your airbags are out. You need them replaced. I was like, how much? They was like 10. I said, nah, bro, I'm good. I hit every bump like So finally, what did it with that car, man, the dealership was like, the oil light came on. I had it towed over there for the like umpteenth time. And the dealer was like, yo, we're not going to fix it. We don't care. We're not going to fix it. It's a fire hazard. I was like, he's like, we'll get a new car. And they just gave me a deal. But, bro, I don't care.
Listen, I had a, I had a 2000 and I want to say 13 for the Avalon.
A gold car, yeah.
That was a 1998 Infinity.
Oh yeah,
had that for a while. Finished car payments. Then the last car you saw me was the Avalon when the dashboard lit up like Times Square. I had that until 2 years ago, and I don't like, so folks, family, I don't like car payments. I hate car payments with the heat of 1,000 suns, because in my mind is you're driving your car, it's wear and tear every day or whenever you drive, so you're gonna have to maintenance, tires. So in my mind, I'm like, I still got to have money for those things. So I hate having car payments because it just sucks. But yeah, same thing like you, FUMA. It finally gave out, and the guy at the dealership was like, listen, we could possibly fix it, but the money you're about to spend, we can't guarantee anything. So that's how I
hey, like go ahead.
No, I'm saying I just don't like car payments.
They just looking at you like, I'm sorry, man. Like we do, and the funny thing is what's his name, man? Should I call him out? I'm not gonna call him out. So let me tell you how it all went down. They had been trying to get me a car to buy a car for years, and finally, the operations manager was like, "Zeddy, we ain't doing this." He just came out and told me, because I used to go there all the time. So he's like, "We're just not gonna do it. You need to go find another car." So they sent a salesman out. So they sent a sales lady. So me and her went out, and I said, okay, I like this. So they hooked me up with another guy who's going to do the financing, or not the financing, just like a manager to review my other car for a trade-in. He was like, man, I'm going to give you 1,000. I said, nah, man, you're going to give me 7. He's like, what? I said, you can give me 7? He's like, it's not worth 7. I go, the amount of labor y'all put in there is about $7,000 worth plus that. So go look at that. So they gave me the 7. He was trying to argue. So the manager, I'll say his name, Fred came out, was like, just give Zeddy the car. Y'all know how much money we wasted on labor talking to him for the last 5 years. He was hot. Fred was hot, right? Just give him the car. He was like, just give him the car. We wasted so much labor on him for the last 5 years. Give him what he wants. Get him out of here with a new car. So he was like, are you going to finance it with us? I was like, I was going to give you a check. He was like, see, if you don't mind finance. I said, I'll go talk to the finance people. So my guy Yosef is in the back. I don't know what Yosef, I'm going to have to edit some of this stuff, but Yosef is like, I just sat down with him, G, and he was like, "Do you buy crypto?" I was like, "Yeah." So he started asking me crypto questions. He was like, "Well, what about this? And what about that? And what do you store it on?" I was like, "A ledger, a decent." He's like, "What's your best one? An XRP?" He's like, "Word." He picks up the phone. "Fred, I need you to come to my office now." So I go to his office, and my man Fred start drilling me. "Oh, yeah." And I'm like, "Yeah, I got this wallet. I do this. Yo, them dudes was all XRP heads. They made me a better deal on that card.
Spreading information.
Yeah, man.
Spreading information. So, but let's get back to talking about it. I think Angus Scrim dropped us a link to what XDC was doing. But let's keep going with XDC. Keep going with it.
Oh yeah, man. So let me see if I can. I'm gonna bring it down. Yeah, Angus always come with the goodness, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You want me to read it, or you want to read it?
No, go ahead.
I'll drop it in the chat for everybody. Let me take a look at this stuff.
Look at you, looking professional.
Me?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, I just wear the t-shirts for the fun of it.
You clean up good.
Yeah, man. I told y'all. You over here too. Hold on, since we showing stuff. Yeah.
Really? Now you gonna put me on blast.
Yeah, you know what I told you guys. Hey man, you won't believe how many people on YouTube shows will run their mouth. I remember this one guy, I was doing a show back in the day, and he was running his mouth like, "You don't know what he's talking about." Bro, I dropped the link, and I was like, "You know what? You don't know who I am." I dropped the link. I'm like, "I do this for real, bro. You are playing with the game. I'm a pedigree at this. Look at the resume." And everybody on this other show was like, "Dang." I'm like, "Bro, like, I'm just not the dude on YouTube. I'm a professional dude. I do a lot of stuff professionally. I got some cool stuff I do. And that's why I like to share the chat. That's why I like to share the stuff with you guys. Because I pull a lot of stuff out of a professional career. About like, especially with corporations and compliance and security. I'm not pulling that stuff out of like a hat. You know, if you look at my LinkedIn, you're gonna be like, "Yo, this dude FUMA is this is a serious dude." You know, and I got degrees and all that stuff, but whatever, you know how that goes. All right, but we're talking about crypto tonight. That's what we're really talking about. So so this is from XDC Tech US. It says the XDC payments platform built and operated by XDC Tech US now runs with Bridge. A Stripe company is underlying payments infrastructure. Basically, if you got Stripe, y'all, this is the underlying settlement payment rail. Cross-border payments remain slow and expensive. Stablecoins solve the settlement problem, but institutions need regulated fiat connectivity, compliance-led onboarding, and operational controls before they can use them at scale. The XCC payments platform closes that gap. And then it goes through and gives more. So at the end, so this is why we need the stablecoin bill for cross-border payments and stuff like that, so they know how to operate. But if they don't do it, I think we may be in, maybe I'm far-fetched for this.
Go for it.
I think we may be looking at a situation where we lose the US dollar being a planetary settlement. Like if you were trading in crude, which I guess we still agreed to sell in dollars, and I believe the Saudis started doing multiple things. If we don't have the stablecoin stuff tied in for the companies to do this,
we lose.
These Australians or whoever has better, they may become the standard for cross-border payments.
Japan, China, Mika, Russia, Saudi, all have their rules for stable coins. They've been waiting on us. Everybody's waiting on us. If we do not sign the Clarity Act, the world moves forward without us. So remember back in the day, the last one to get ready for the club, if you don't get ready, you get left.
Yeah. And you didn't have a car, you was really in trouble.
Right. You don't get in with us, you got to pay at the door by yourself. You were supposed to be with the group. You needed to be on time.
Especially GMoney. He used to get us in the club free, bro. I had never
Be late if you want.
Be late if you want.
Understand, and this is what I've been trying to explain to people. The rails are in place. What Angus sent us shows us companies are moving forward, establishing the connections to the digital blockchains, to the financial digital rails. If we don't have clarity, we're going to suffer as a country, as finance. What I mean by that, the dollar's going to drop. Everybody's going to use other things, but that doesn't mean our crypto isn't gonna launch. It just won't happen here.
You know what I'm looking at is all these tech companies are in San Francisco, or they say they are. I would like to see some of where their other headquarters are at. You see what I'm saying? Like,
they're gonna leave. Everybody's gonna go offshore. If it's gonna, unfortunately, it's gonna happen again. These companies that brought it back home are gonna leave again.
So, like this, it says 14 locations. Yeah.
No, true. Whoever OSW 2026, yes, it does have to go back to the House. But what the House has been in parallel with the Senate with all the changes. So the House will be ready, yes, and the House is on break right now. They don't come back in September, but it's not going to churn in the House as it churned in the Senate. So if the Senate does pass clarity, it's a shoo-in to go forward through the House because the House has been on board with the Senate. Because remember, the House passed it first. Just to answer that question.
So do y'all think y'all think after the war is over, will foreign currency be reevaluated? I don't know, man.
Foreign currency. So I'm not going to say is foreign currency going to get revalued. I think just once we pass stablecoin law, i.e. the clarity, fiat money, to me, fiat money is on its way to its death. It's not going to be something that we're not going to be working in paper dollars anymore. We're going to hard pivot to USDC, etc.
This is, I don't know what to say, but I think no matter if they get this passed, it'll pump. People will buy. It'll just go nuts.
So OSW,
if it doesn't, I'm cool with it.
No, I see what you're saying, but what you have to understand is our market has been in preparation, right? So granted, this is nothing new. Everybody's just waiting for the Clarity Act to pass. So I understand when you say the 180, 120 days really before things happen. I think it's going to happen even faster because you got to remember, Bank of America has been using XRP rails and testing since 2024. They came out and said they haven't had a problem. They're already working with it. So all these institutions are already in.
Yeah, my thoughts about that is I used to think it would take a lot of days for numbers to pump until I saw Donald Trump get elected president. And that night, that stuff started running. And I'm like, who's buying? We're all watching the thing right now. Everybody having a beer, watching the election. You know,
right. And all financial institutions has to be ISO compliant come November. So, like, you got to be on the rails come November. You have no choice.
I tell you. Ooh, look at this. Phasing out paper dollars. Yeah, we all know it's going to be digital. Yeah, and the funny thing is like, how can I say this? You know, there's a lot of people that says, "Oh, we'll always have money around. We'll always have checks around." Right? I have a couple checks. I've got like 3 checkbooks. I've written. Last time I wrote a check was like 2 years, about a year ago, about a year and a half ago. We still got them, but just don't use them. You see what I'm saying? Correct. And then for me, I'll tell you the truth, man. There's no incentive for me to use cash right now. No incentives. Every incentive is to swipe my Gemini card.
Correct.
Every incentive. I even stopped swiping the Amex, bro, which I was an Amex fiend. Mm-hmm. And the only time I don't swipe the Amex is I use a Chase card because Costco don't take Chase Visa. Costco MasterCard, I'm done.
Yeah, so we're moving away from paper. Look, they stopped. What is it? They stopped printing the penny and the nickel, or what was? I know they stopped printing the penny. They stopped minting the penny. The penny is gone. Yeah. So, pretty soon it's going to be the nickel, then the dime, because it's not going to be the energy and time it is to mint and make those coins. It's not going to be worth it anymore. Full digital.
Yes, yeah, it's going to be full digital. And there are people that have some paper. Some people will deal with that.
But then when I tell you, hey, that $10 bill you have is only really worth $5.
Oh, saltiness. It's funny. I worked at when I was at Harris. The cafeteria stopped accepting cash. Like, no cash. You go in there if you have $5 or $100. Nah, bro, you can't get a sandwich. You could take that $5, feed it into a vending machine, set up an account, and use your phone, or you can use your phone for payments or whatever, or credit card, debit card. But they were taking no cash. And I was like, this is a microcosm of the bigger thing, bro.
Yeah. You can't pay with cash at certain places on the airlines anymore. What do they say? You need a credit card. You need a credit or debit card. We're not taking cash.
Yeah, that's Delta. I don't think Delta takes cash no more.
No, none of the airlines take cash anymore.
Oh, they do? Oh, shoot.
Everything is swipe and go. You could have $1,000 cash. We'll just throw it at the people. We can't do nothing with this.
Craziness.
That's what we're heading to. A lot of the small businesses now, they don't want to take cash because people, when you look at theft, right? What's easy to swipe if I'm a cashier?
Cash.
Cash. I'm not gonna ring it up. I'm gonna just be like, oh, you know what? FUMA want a soda. Let me just give him a soda. Tell him, give me $1 and let him go. And I could pocket it, right? Versus if we say we're cashless, everything got to tap. Your books got to match to everything that was been debited.
You sound like some people work at Popeyes, bro.
I'm just telling you, when you look at the full supply chain, I would go cashless. Why? Because now every piece of chicken, every piece of bread, every bottle of soda, everything is going to be tracked. Everything.
Yeah.
What Jarvis just put out there?
He said the baseball game, man, they don't take no cash, man. They got a fiat swap ATM.
Wow.
They're trying to get the cash off the street. Now, this makes me wonder, like, are they going to turn around and give a lot of, or help the homeless people get? Well, they got phones now. A lot of homeless people got phones, so they're gonna have digital wallets too.
No, well, what's gonna happen is your biometric is gonna get you to a wallet, right? Right. That's when you think about how everything is gonna connect, your biometric. So for those people who travel, if you see the global reentry, it's your facial scan, and then your eyes. All that's going to get connected to a wallet. So they're going to know who you are.
So panhandling is out.
Oh.
In about 20, 30 years, ain't no panhandlers.
Well, I mean, it'll be, hey, scan my eye, send it to me. Boop. All right, boom, there you go. $2. Leave me
alone. Look into my eyes. Look. Hey, you sit at the table trying to get something to eat. I don't know. Have you ever been to Grand Landing when it was in Jacksonville? And then they had the restaurants that was right on the water, and all the homeless guys would come by and start harassing you if you was on a date with a woman. Man, you can't give me no dollar. You with her. You can't. Right. Now they're gonna be like, scan my eyes, hook me up. Yeah, this is
right. So you think about QR codes, all those different things. It's all connectivity, man. Right. You look at for those people who use Zelle, for example, right? Zelle just instituted Zelle tags. Right. So instead of you giving, so now let's just say, FUMA, I just met you today and we're talking. I'm like, hey, just send me $20. And you're like, okay, cool. But you don't want to give any personal information. Remember how we were talking the last time with Midnight, how certain information can be hidden and not hidden. Right. It's the same thing. Now Zelle has what's called Zelle tags. I don't need your phone number. I don't need your personal email address. I can just give you a Zelle tag and now you can send me money.
Ooh. Yeah, what do you think about that Shiba pump you got? Well, we're gonna jump back on it, but you got that Shiba pump, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think. Sorry, I had to get off topic with that Shiba. I saw that 40%. I was like, ooh. But like I said, I think the way this is going, panhandling is done. Yeah, they may have some biometric scanning. But they're gonna, and then I guess that's a good way to tax people. And you received, 30,000 panhandling this year. You gotta pay tax on that. And they'll probably be like, look, and you need a license to panhandle. So I'm telling you, they're gonna be like, yeah, we took out so what's your profession? Oh, you don't have a profession. It looks like you're a professional panhandler. That's gonna be a $600 a year license. That's how cold it's gonna get. People think it's far fetched, but if they could do it now, I know a couple cities that'll pass that ordinance. You think Orlando wouldn't pass an ordinance like that?
Possibly. OSW dropping knowledge again. Yeah, well, you're getting paid by the minute. That's what they want to go to. They want to be able to pay you for the exact amount of time you've worked.
Yeah. Get your staking ready. You might as well stake this XRP right now.
Look at what Jarvis just dropped. The autonomous cars and those Zooks are taking over out here.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We saw them.
That's big on the West Coast. It's big in Vegas too. They got the autonomous cars going from casino to casino, resort to resort. They
were free. We were out in Vegas. Some of them were free.
Right.
And I didn't even know. I was like, whoa.
But all of that stuff is going to get connected. And I'm telling people now, if you're not plugged in now, if you're looking at XDC at 2 cents and you're laughing and you're scoffing and you're not getting the bag, yeah, you're gonna be one of the people I'll be talking about in a year from now when I said XDC was at 2 cents. No, it wasn't, G-Money. It was never 2 cents. It's always been $5, $10, $50, and I'm like,
and the thing is I don't want to harp on the past.
No.
If I had known Bitcoin was like this, bro, I would have been so hard on it. If I would have known, you don't know at the time, but if I had known this crypto stuff would have been like this, I would have been socked to it back in 2011.
Right. When we had even more disposable.
Less kids. I would have been on like Donkey Kong, bro. Like, Jay, we gotta get these cold storage wallets. Get these ledgers. Get them out. Only don't just get 3 of them and move the coin to it, and that's it. 10 years will be good, If you woke up with $6 billion right now, you're just like, oh, I got $6 billion in crypto. You don't care if Bitcoin's at 60 versus 110,000.
So $100,000 investment when it was at 250 would have gave you 400 Bitcoin. And let's not even look at when Bitcoin was at 100,000. Let's just say right now, you'd be sitting on 26 mil.
Yeah, I'd be a contender for the crown. Yeah, we'd be in a studio like Mason, Cameron.
So this is why I tell people about volume, right? Stop looking at the price, focusing on the quantity. I want to bring it back to crypto. Focus on the quantity, not necessarily the price. That's why, once again, FUMA said earlier, DCA into XDC, $10, right? 385 tokens. Boom. $10 a week.
Ooh. Yeah, I think it's gonna get to a point. Yeah, it's gonna get to a serious point with this stuff.
Yeah, Drop is dropping some more knowledge. He said they got stores that don't even have workers. You just go in and pick your stuff up and leave.
Facial rec got you,
and you get debited.
You walk out that RF, you boop, boop, swipe, you let that hit. You don't have the money, they call the law on you. They know who you are. They send them to your house.
Yeah,
that's it. Nothing else. You just mad.
Yeah, but once again, let's bring it back to crypto. DCA, focus on quantity. Don't worry about price. Don't do leverage because they will wash you if you try to leverage. You're not bigger than. And let me be very clear. I'm not saying I know anyone's bags and I know your financial status. What I'm saying is leveraging. If you're not one of the big boys, you can't play on that side. Don't play on that side. Build your back.
This is funny. I was watching this YouTube guy today, and his show was it aired a couple days ago. This dude had a Bitmart shirt. It was like, don't trust Bitmart, and his show aired like today. And I'm like, does that fool have a Bitmart shirt on? Didn't they just collapse earlier today? I was like, that's why I'm like, y'all. That's why I tell y'all, I have crypto.com, I got Coinbase, I got all that. I got Caleb and Brown, but I don't have no significant amount on it. I got some I call exit money on Caleb and Brown. So that let's say something just goes bananas. I mean bananas, XRP go bananas. I can call in cash and I'm good. But other than that, nah. I'm not gonna mess with these exchanges.
So think about if US actually announces they're doing a strategic reserve.
They're not gonna let you get it back. You're gonna be able to get the cash equivalent.
No. I'm just saying if they decide to do a strategic reserve and they pick the coins from the 16 that they listed previously, right? And they said, you know what? Maybe they don't take the full 16. Maybe they take half of the list. And XRP is on the list. And they go to Ripple and say, Ripple, you got to give us, go ahead and run us 700 million, XRP because we want to make a strategic reserve. We're gonna, at that point, you're not going to be a major holder. We have a bulk. Do you not think other countries, once we make that announcement, do you not think other countries will tap into certain selected coins to build their reserve?
Or they just treat them like Amtrak, be a government publicly traded company, just like Amtrak.
I mean, and once again, I'm not telling anybody you need to have 1 million XRP in your bag. If you do, great for you. I'm happy for you. But it would be nice if you had 10,000. It would be nice if you had 5,000. It'd be nice if you had 500.
Yeah, I think it's gonna get ugly. I'm looking at X and these people going nuts.
And I don't believe
probably some pressure on these senators right now, by the way. Because think about this: how many petitions have you signed through Coinbase or whomever is sent over to your senator?
Me, as many as I can.
Yeah, I even straight texted Rick Scott. I was like, look, I'm gonna need you to get this done. Like, I know I'm one of many, but we needed you to get this done.
Because my whole position is, if we go digital, it can help the country, right? Because through a smart contract, you can pay taxes, you can pay everything, and just be free. Whatever money is yours, and you always pay, whatever it is. So now you're not waiting for the end of the year on your taxes. Why? Because I've been paying it. There is no reconciliation because I'm paying it.
Yeah.
Think about that.
So let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
You think any more exchanges about to cash out any day now?
Oh, I only believe we're going to have the solid 4, right? So there's Kraken, Coinbase, Binance, maybe Uphold. I give crypto.com. I think that's it. It's not, everybody else got to go away. Everybody else got to go away.
So what I wonder is, hey man, because my thought process is that BitMEX, man, that their token tanked too, because all these exchange tokens, when the exchanges close, those tokens bite the dust.
Yes.
So in order for those tokens to bite the dust, people must be cashing out and pulling the liquidity out of it.
I mean, if you cash out early enough, or you just get burned holding the bag at the end.
Whew. And then if their tokens didn't have its own native blockchain, you just got to use contract address.
Correct.
Dang, bro.
And if you didn't swap in time, You're stuck.
Yeah, but that's cold. Let me take a look at something real quick. Because I'm nosy. This is why I'm doing this. I'm real nosy about the BitMEX stuff. This thing jumped off a cliff too. So it's BitMEX. And what was the other one that jumped off the cliff?
I forgot. I literally just forgot.
Yeah, there was another one. I'm gonna take a look. This is cold, man. Like I said, this is, this is part of, I guess, the growing up of crypto. Let me take a look, see who else closed it, because there was 2 closed crypto exchanges. Yeah, there's been a couple. Ooh, it's giving me a list. Dang. Yeah, so there's BitMEX, and there was another one that closed. It literally just happened. It'll come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what I would tell anybody is that
it was Bitmark. Yeah, Bitmark, was it?
Bitmark or Bitmart?
Mart. I think it was Bitmart.
Bitmart. That was
they collapsed too, bro. That's the one where the guy had the shirt on. Sorry. Yeah, man. I was like, and they had
Bitmart collapsed.
Yeah, they bit the dust, man. Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. You know why? I have the app. Oh wow.
Yeah, man. They announced it as like, yo, what do you say?
Oops. Yeah, well, I don't have anything on them. I just
got to the dome.
I had got some. So I'll tell you my story. I was on Bitmart and I got a few coins that were hopefully going to turn into something. You know, you took $18 and you end up with 1 million of the coin, and hopefully that it was going to run up, but it didn't. But I never kept anything on there either. Oh yeah, they tanked. Ooh, precipitous fall off.
All these BitTrue. I got BitTrue.
Yep.
Connect. I didn't have anything on them, but
yeah, the Atomic Wallet. Those.
I don't even remember what these logins were, dude. That's the crazy thing.
I've let them go. I know there's nothing on them, so I'm good. This is why I'm telling you, folks. Cold Storage Wallet. Cold Storage Wallet.
But look at this. This has been a donkey ride. Look at this. Somebody was like, "It's coming back. We're gonna go to the moon."
Listen,
somebody, and it's
so family. Think about it. There is somebody who probably had 1 Bitcoin on Bitmart.
Ooh,
on BitMEX because they like the app, they like the platform. Think about that right now, and that person is crying. There's somebody in the world right now crying because they trusted the platform, and the platform went bye-bye.
Is there Twitter still up? I like to see if your Twitter's still up.
Probably. Yes. What are they saying? What was the last 23 hours ago?
After a careful evaluation of the company's operating conditions, market environment, and future strategic direction, Bitmart has made the difficult decision to commence an orderly down of its trading platform operations. We deeply regret having to make this decision. They brought some key dates in. You can't do any new registrations after July 26th. Which was today. This happened today.
Yeah, happened today.
Right, dude with the shirt on. I was like, homie got a Bitmart shirt on. I'm like, didn't I just see an ad saying they closed? And he was like, advertise with Bitmart. I was like, bro, somebody need to pull your video. I mean, he had the shirt on. It looked smooth.
Look at they telling you withdrawal services will remain available. You know why they're doing that? Because of all the places that have shut down and kept people's crypto. Believe you me, because of Mika, Japan, China, and Russia coming out with all their rules, It's killing all these platforms because these platforms are non-compliant and they cannot become compliant because it takes a very, very long time. I'm telling you.
Yeah, and the thing is, I think a lot of these platforms, they knew it, and knowing, how can I say this, not be negative? Knowing the mindset of certain people who become executives, they thought maybe we'll get an extension. We'll get an extension, Bill. Or we'll get an extension. Trust me, we'll get an extension. And all of a sudden, there's no extension. And they most likely didn't realize your exchange does not have the same firepower as Fidelity.
And this is why Clarity is going to get signed, because all these people are running and jumping out the window and shutting down.
Yeah. And I've dealt with a GDPR, which is 27,000.
EU rules, man. That stuff is tight,
bro. I don't like it, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's but NIST is something else. The Europeans and to tell you how fun it is. So you have ISO 27001 for cybersecurity. Then you have 27001, 2022, and ISO 27002. 27,000 instead of 1, just put a 2 on. And then you have the 15, which is the cyber side. I was asking these cats because I was doing a bid for this aviation stuff for ESA, and I wanted to ask them some consultants. I'm like, okay, I'm reading, and here's my framework. Here's this, but it says each European country can govern me differently for these ISA stuff. And he's like, yeah. I'm like, how am I supposed to know how to be compliant? Like, I got the basic framework, I got the policies and rules, but it doesn't give exact details of certain things. And he was like, my friend, you have to figure it out. I'm like, but what if my data centers are in 2 different countries? I may have one in Spain and one in Portugal. And he just started smiling. I was like, bro. I was like, no one wants to deal with your regulations.
Right. So that's why MiCA was so critical, because it just absorbed the countries, and the countries all agreed to a unified governance in Europe.
And then Binance pulled out of one and said they're going to apply through Spain. It was through Spain or somebody else they're going to apply through. So that tells me, like, yo, where you initially were trying to get through, they was giving you beef, and it wasn't working out right. So you just had to say, all right, we're going to pull it.
Yeah. Look, what is it? I'm outside. Let me see. It says, they say what? I'm going to put it up. What do you guys think about these data storage sharing coins that are so many huge data facilities being built everywhere?
You want to talk about data centers?
I mean, the data centers is crazy. I don't know. Did I share with you the link where China dropped theirs in the ocean?
Keep it cool. Yeah.
Cool versus, they're utilizing the ocean to keep it cool, and it's running great for them.
Google also did something like that years ago. But if you want to comment on data centers, okay, this is going to be a brutal conversation. What nobody is telling you, in your local county, the city got a data center. The county got their own data center. The school, each county school got its own data center. And some of the even schools themselves have their own data center. So you got like your school board, or your Volusia County, the school, they have their own data centers for county applications. Then you have Volusia County, I'm giving examples, like they have it for their schools, right? And then each school has their own form of data center. So there's a ton of data centers out here regardless, right? So, and you just don't know. And the reason why you don't know, they just been operating their own kingdoms for years. I used to be an advocate when I worked with Daytona State as it's going to come to me in a minute. But this role, it was like an advisor role for their course curriculums. And we would talk, and I was talking to all these other people, and I'm like, it was like so many layers of IT people here. I'm like, why don't y'all just get a colo together, get some hypervisor servers, and then you can put a multi-domain on them. Guys looked at me like I was death. So there's a ton of data centers out here, man. The police
and more data centers are coming. No, agreed. And more data centers are coming. So you have Elon trying to put it into space. You have countries utilizing better ways because it impacts the environment, right? The ones they're putting on land need a lot of water, right? And they got to keep them cool. And it's going to cost a lot of money, and it's coming into communities, and it's going to impact our tax dollars. For us here in America, I think we need to be smarter about how to have these data centers. I like what China is doing. I like being creative, dropping it where in Alaska, where it's a cold, using Antarctica, utilizing the environment to support the sustainability. I don't believe dropping it in Arizona is smart in the desert. If it's already getting, why put it there? Just because there's ample land, I don't agree. I would say utilize the environment, put it where it's cold.
And I'm gonna tell you, this is what people don't want to hear. But FUMA gonna keep it funky with you. So all servers have a shelf life of 3 to 5 years max. 3, really. When you go get you a Dell server, they give you the gold platinum, the gold plan. The server is good for 3 years. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And with data centers, they're gonna be rotating these out. So the other thing is, we don't talk about how we dispose of these parts. And we're talking the chassis, power supplies. It's gonna be a mess. That's when, if you ever get bored at your local company, go talk to your IT guy and ask them. Most companies, they make their computers last longer. They probably don't know 3 to 5 life cycle. But ask them what he do to them servers. Oh yeah, when we get new servers, we take them down, strip them, put the RAM over here, the drive over here. We got third-party company. They may pick it up, give us a chain of custody letter. They may resell the parts. They may send them to South America, but their servers everywhere. And it's going to be work.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. And everybody's scrambling to make more just because of the AI. I think we need to take our time. I think we need to move more cautiously. You just seen AI broke into another AI company recently.
That was funny.
And it was, and it was like, we got to be careful because, we say is art imitating life or life imitating art? You think about Skynet from Terminator. Like, mess around if you want to.
Bro, you want to hear something crazy? So I had to, for one of my projects, the project that I talked to you about all the time. ChatGPT's the talking sessions just couldn't handle the amount of data I was inputting. I had to create my own GPT with the baseline, and then have conversations in a chat to get my stuff right, so I could put that as the baseline in the GPT. So I got to use a chat to create my full baseline for everything I'm doing in there. So I can say, go create this scenario for me, and it'll create the scenario. So that's so I don't have to type it in the scenario. So basically I'm creating all my own baselines with a chat to create a GPT, so I can tell a GPT, create this, and it'll create everything I need for the project. But that's how crazy it is, and that's all for $20 a month. So y'all, I'm not gonna be a hypocrite. I guess we're going to put some of these in your neighborhood. How you feel about that, Curry? I'm gonna have to put some of these data centers in your neighborhood. They're not coming to my neighborhood. Well, let me knock on wood, because they were actually trying to build one down the road. Hey, but if anybody's interested, I do have some land over in Holbrook, Arizona. I got 80 acres. We could cut a deal for you to put your data center on my land. I'm not like the rest of these, y'all. We can cut a deal. I'm down for it. I don't care what you do to that water out there. Ain't nothing out there anyway but snakes. I got some locals there. They probably want a job coming out there and racking and stacking. You get the AC going. No, I'm serious. If y'all know anybody who wants to put a data center in Holbrook, Arizona, tell them to hit me up on X, or GMoney saying I'm a fool. I'm sorry. You okay?
Oh yeah. No, I'm good. I'm listening to you laughing.
Yeah. Okay, let me ask. Let's do hypothetical. Data center comes to your neighborhood. They say, GMoney, we need your land. How much you gonna charge them for it? Because I know you're gonna sell. The question is, what's your number?
Well, I mean, I need generational money, because I know they're going to be making money hand over fist for a long time. So I need to be a part of that. I'm either going to give a deal where I get some form of lease back or license back with the land, so that way I can maintain some form of residual income.
All right, for the data centers in Palm Coast, Florida, I'll keep it funky with you. I only need 600 beans. I sign all this over to you. The only thing I need that
1,000 and you run away?
Yeah, I'm out.
Okay.
600. 600. I can go get a little spot up in Georgia. I can get some acreage up in Georgia
and do it all over again.
Good. I keep the little condo down south. Put solar in the backyard, and I have my chickens. I'm good, and I probably have 300 left over. The only thing I need out of here is the computers, the weapons, and the crypto, and my kids, and a pet. All the rest of this is stay, dog. We can do it again. Amazon delivers.
True.
All the reason I need the computers is so I can do the broadcast. You know. Oh, I will take that EcoFlow with me. Let's just keep that real. I'll take the battery out. Wheel around it up. But yeah, I only need 6. I'm not greedy. We're good. We can be out. You say you need generational, but man, Terry, your neighborhood is something else, man. Them people ain't going, bro.
That part.
They ain't going.
What do you feel about the not the data, but the GPU business model that they're coming out with, that you can run the GPU from your house? And
I saw that, and I try to contact them, bro. I got a spot in the front yard because this is what I was going to do. I have 2 forms of internet at my house. I got Spectrum, and I got Metronet.
Okay.
I could crank them jokers up to I'll crank them to whatever they want if they want to pay for that. I give them their own subnet to get in and out. We can run fiber from the house right to the spot. If they want to give me extra money for the EcoFlow system, I'll put them on that EcoFlow as well, bro. And if they want to add a Jenny back there too, we do whatever we can rock. You know, we could do it.
Because I was looking at, some of the people talking about, they're bringing GPUs, and you could do that at a business at your home. Yeah. But what people forget, it sounds good when a company says, we'll give you $100,000 a year if you keep the GPU at your house and run it. But now your light bill is $30,000 to $40,000 a year from the power it needs to keep it going.
If they pay the whole light bill, that's cool with me. You pay the whole light bill. Pay the whole light bill for me. Like, if I'm going to say a rental fee of $1,000, go ahead.
Connection to the internet. So it's not only your power, but it's also your connection. So if you don't have fiber, if you don't got Starlink.
Oh, I got 2 forms of internet. And I got the house on a battery backup system. Oh yeah, we can do that.
And you got to pay for it.
What's that?
No, I'm saying then you got to pay for that. So you got to take all those as new expenses and then actually see how much money you're truly making, and if it's really.
Did they say how much they were gonna do?
I mean, I didn't. I just saw the opportunity. I didn't get deep into it, but I'm just thinking about, like, you got to look at your uptime, your live time, and us in Florida, it rained too hard. Boom, you're off. So yes, you're definitely going to need some form of backup power supply, backup power source.
But long as they take care of all that, and they just like, we just need to put it here. We need you to get this internet speed. And I'm like, can you take care of the light bill for the power you're going to draw? Yeah, we will take care of that, man. And if they say, hey, we'll give you a G a month, cool. I'll take that G a month. If they take care of everything, give me a fresh G, good.
Yeah. No. I get it.
I'll be like, look, man, you can put another one on the other side of me, man. And let's up the give me 3 G's. Give me 3 G's a month. You can put another one over there.
Man, you can do that at my condo. You can put 7 of them inside the condo.
You want to go to Melbourne? I'll give you a whole thing, man. We could bring the electrician. We'll gut that whole thing out, bro. Hey, G-Money, I mean, you know the soundproof material that they have that you put for fingers. I'll be in that condo. Boom, boom.
Listen. So I think they're gonna be.
Hey, Frozen, man, you don't know how to call nobody back, bro. I'm gonna call you out for that. Hey, I went and verified who Frozen was on the Alpha joint. I was like, all right, I'll call him. That dude ain't call nobody back. And I text him. You know, he laughed.
But I think there's going to be some great opportunities. I think people need to start preparing now, so that you don't have to get prepared when it happens.
Hold on. So Curry said, I believe was it 220,000 monthly, but it only covers what they use. So what am I gonna get? I'm gonna make the deal.
That part.
Like, I gotta have a profit, but I'm not gonna lie. If they give us some good money, we can go put this joint down in Melbourne, right in the middle of the right in the living room, bro. Turn the AC on 60.
Because you got to think about it, right? If you have your data center, let's just say in Vegas, and you got people in New York, if you don't have a data center in New York, how are you, moving all that information, right? You're gonna, it's gonna have to be national, broken down to districts, regional, however you want to cut it up, because at the end of the day, it's just like what Tesla did, right? They dropped all these cars, and everybody's like, "Oh yeah, I want a Tesla car, and it's great." But really, you were feeding mapping information back to their servers, right? Helping them reinforce their maps for the autonomous drive. That's why they wanted the cars on the road. It wasn't because they wanted to be this great car company. No, it was data acquisition.
Oh, they got a lot of data off them cars.
Exactly. So it really wasn't a car move. It was the long play, autonomous driving. But we need people to be out. We need to understand these roads. We want to understand road conditions. We want to understand traffic conditions. We want to understand all these different things. So that way, when they spin up the autonomous drive, right, they're going to have the data. Now I don't have to pay FUMA and GMoney to go drive. Why? Because we don't put so many Teslas out there and we have all this information. We're good.
Man, I caught a Tesla car on one of my networks. I got a honeypot network. And I'm just, how you just go through it. I'm like, oh, they're using it. And it was somebody's Tesla, and they kept using that internet. And I kept trying to get into their Tesla system. It wouldn't work. I was trying to SSH through it, because it was on my network. So here it is. I jump on the network with the IP on the same subnet. I'm trying to SSH to it. It's not working. I try to get into that joker, right? Oh, you got an IP? I'm all I need. Try to brute force that joker. It was like, nah, this ain't the access point for you. We just on the network. But I wonder what I truly. And here's the thing. They jumped up my network and they were scanning on my network, on that network I had. And I was like, yeah, they're looking for stuff on my network. Like, but they're not the only ones who've done that. I don't know if I told you. Did you ever get the Ubiquity router?
No.
Bro, do you want to see some craziness?
Go for it.
All right, give me a second. Let me get set up. I'm going to show you all the craziness. Hold on a second.
But, so when you look at that, even with the Amazon Ring, so even with the whole Ring network, the Ring network has now created this home network system when Amazon acquired Ring. So now if you want and you have one of those remote garage door openers, Amazon now would, hey, with the Amazon driver would come to your house and now put it in your garage. I know they're still working out the kinks with that, but all these different devices that we have, the Internet of Things that's inside of our home, it's feeding them data. That's why massive data centers.
So let me show you all this. Let me get to it. So I'll show you all this. This is how crazy your network is. You just don't have the tools to see it. I'm gonna show you all this so I keep telling you guys, man, you got to take your home network seriously. So this is my home
backdrop.
What's that?
You lost your backdrop.
Oh, it's all right. We got all kind of computers here, y'all. Sorry about that.
FUMA in a data center, y'all. He in a data center.
I got all kind of. So everybody, just so you know, me and my family, no one in my family can share computers. My wife got her dual screens. My son do a podcast behind me. My daughter got her computer over here. Everybody got their own laptop. Nobody shares computers in my house. It's kind of sad, but like, nah, it just doesn't happen in my house. Let's take a look. Let's see if I can drop it back on there for y'all. What the heck?
So, yeah, I see you, Jarvis. Yeah, everything is connected, man. And the sad part is we're providing them with the essential data to help all these companies grow into their next phase of their roadmap, right? And we're doing it freely and willingly because of convenience.
So I'm gonna see if it'll let me show y'all this. It'll be pretty cool. So this is, I want to say, my home network. I have what's it called? Ubiquity or Unify, right? So this is a one-day look at all flows. You can look at the 1 days of blocks. So these are countries, the source trying to come in and block, and maybe there's something running on my computer that's trying to go outside and block it. That's because you have applications that run on your computer that contact these countries, and they never told you this when you installed it. And it's not like you got malware. It's just, hey, we made this software. It runs with Microsoft. It's calling out to us. And this is what your network looks like. So this could be because I got TikTok and other kind of stuff running on here. But yeah, so I look at that, and then I have threats. And I'll probably wipe this computer. But this computer talks to like everything. So I got sources from outside the country always threatening my Plex server. I got a device. This is I forgot what the .2 network is. That's the .2 network talking to Amazon. But you see, I got outside stuff. So everybody's always threatening my Plex server. So I've got another way to deal with that. So we block it, of course. But that's because I have a port open. So it is what it is, bro. You get to the point where you're sitting there looking at all this stuff and you're like, okay, what can I do? So like, this is my major desktop, which I'm probably going to wipe it, see what comes off, see what's on there. But I have so much stuff on this thing to do different things. It is what it is. And then it tells you, look, total blocked. So the key I tell people is you need something that you could geo-block countries, right? That are trying to come after you. Because it's like, there's no reason why my computer should be reaching this stuff. Software downloaded or not. Make sense? But I tell people the key is knowing. Like, so I even have a list of, let me see if I can find it. This is funny, man. I had a couple companies were actively scanning my networks. Let's see if I can find one. Literally, I had to put the company on the ban network. I got a list of IPs. I'm just like, all right, you're added to the IP list. You're added to the IP list. So this is for a month. So it looks like like this. So you got people like, oh, I made these people mad. So this company right here, they were just scanning my network, just scanning it. So I went and put some scanning network and scan their network. Let me see if I can find it for y'all. Like I said, oh, they didn't like that, bro. So I'm like, fine, you scan me, I scan you.
Hilarious.
me see if I can I use ZenMap. So then, like, this is, I'm gonna tell you how people are, man. All right, there it is. I'll show
But
you.
yeah, but at the end of the day, we're actually providing data to all of these companies.
Yeah.
Well, whether it be knowingly or, unknowingly, we are providing this data. And the thing is, it's a part of their roadmap. It's a part of their future growth. It's a part of their technological strategy to utilize all our information to then sell us some things. So remember the Tom Cruise movie Minority Report? Remember that? How you'd walk somewhere and literally you'd look at so FUMA and I would look at the same screen, but they would show us two different advertisements based off of our retina because of all the data and information they knew about us. That's what's going to happen in the future. And the future is now, right? It's coming. Everything is going to be tailored to us individually. No matter where we go, what we're doing, things will pop up based off of these companies knowing our likes and dislikes. And that's what they're doing right now, right? So when you think about the Ring cameras and you think about the Teslas and you think about all these different, technological advances that we have, it's all to get to know who we are from an individual perspective and how to sell us things and get us things. That's what's happening.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, man, it's definitely, how can I say this? I was born in the 80s or in the 70s. We are definitely in a data-driven world now. It's no longer, hey, can you take a survey?
No.
Now it's like, we coming in your house to take it.
Yeah.
We're going to take it, use it, and advertise it to you.
Correct. They know your shopping habits. They know your spending. They know how you spend. They know what you buy. Everything is going to be super tailored, super prescriptive to us as individuals.
I am kind of disappointed because I would hope some of this stuff, because they're advertising to us directly, would be cheaper. But it doesn't seem to be that way. It seems like the price only gets higher, but it gets more tailored towards you.
Yeah, but because of inflation. So once again, if we get to clarity, right, I'm gonna bring it back to crypto. If we can get to clarity, crypto is a deflationary, monetary tool. It's deflationary. So ideally, if we can cross that bridge and get away from fiat,
somebody got to take
somebody's going to take the hit. It's going to be us, of course. And what I mean by that is, remember what we talked about earlier. If clarity can be passed, and if our government can drop that, $59 trillion of debt that we have, because countries are no longer buying our T-bills. What people don't realize, because you all are looking at the Usher and the Chris Brown concerts, and listening about your favorite actor, what you have to understand is the world is no longer buying our treasury bills, and that's what kept us whole, because these other countries would buy our debt, right?
I got to show you this, bro.
But they're not buying it.
Every time I look at this, it gets crazier.
Yeah, they're not buying our debt anymore, right? So it's about 39 trillion, right? So they want us to fail at this point. But if we can get clarity, and who's going to get burned? Us, of course, because we hold more paper dollars than a lot of other places. What's going to happen is, folks, let's just say your 401k has $1 million because you've been saving for the last 30 years and you're like, I'm happy, I've done right, I have $1 million in my 401k. Well, the way to scrub the debt is to say, you know what, we're going to switch to USDC wholly. And now if you're trying to convert that paper money into USDC, we can say your million is only worth $500,000 in USDC. Now, you will be upset. You're going to be mad because you did everything right. And now all of a sudden the financial system has changed. Well, who are you going to complain to? You're just going to be upset. And now your million is only worth $500,000. And that's going to be the way for them to clean up some of the U.S. debt. Now, are they going to be able to clean up all of it? I don't know, but that's going to be a way to burn off that trillion and to say they did a great job while dumping the money on us. Well, dumping that negative debt into our money and devaluing what we currently hold. Now, if you had $1 million in USDC before that happens, you're going to be fine. But it's really about the fiat, the paper dollar, everything that we have in the banks, everything that you have in your pocket on hand, right? They can't do it to gold. They can't physically do it to silver. They can only do it to the paper dollar. Just saying. I know some of y'all gonna say I'm crazy, but that's what
I'm looking at what the Treasury is putting out in Twitter, bro. They are going ham. Like, have you seen some of this stuff, bro? Mm-hmm. All right, I'll go at the top. I feel like I gotta get quiet every time I talk about this.
But is this really them?
This is them, bro.
Wow.
They just started going ham a while ago, and I don't even check it that much because I'm like, they're not playing. Look at this. This is. So let me go back. So U.S. National Debt.org, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's at 39 trillion, and every time I see this number, it changes.
Look how it's just running. Look, I mean, it's crazy.
And then you start getting over here. So we look at these, but no one ever look at this. College tuition now is 27. Mine was much more than that back in the day. 2000, it was 10,000. No, a lot more. But anyway, average new car is 50 racks. Who got 50 racks for a new car?
Yeah, 50,000 for a vehicle now is utterly ridiculous. Dude, the new low income in America is almost like $150,000. Like, if you look at the scale, like, when did six figures become low income?
Bro,
think about that. Let that sink in. 100 and almost 50,000, and you're not even middle class.
Yeah, think about that. Class no longer. So,
but think about that. Like,
yeah, when I saw that an FHA loan was about $1 million, I was like, "What? A 3? You didn't see that change?"
No, it's $1 million now.
You can get $1 million FHA loan.
Wow.
You have to have a 3. I think it's like was it 380 or 580 credit score? What's it? We'll just FHA loan limits. Where's it at?
Is it the HUD?
Yeah, let's go ahead. Like, it was ridiculous last time. It was about $1 million, and I was just like, "Shoot, bro!" Like,
there we go.
Oh, it says an error occurred. Come on, y'all, do better. So we'll chat GPT it. Let's use chat GPT, and then we'll wrap it up, man, because we about 1 hour and 30 in.
Yeah, but and I know what we're talking about sounds crazy, but this is what we're living in right now. And I think, honestly, the majority of us, our focus isn't on these things because we just want to be entertained. You got to stop looking at entertainment and really see that they're changing the financial system right before our very eyes, right in front of our faces. Yeah, man. Look what Mount Side just put up: a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 1,000 square foot renovated home in South Central, $750K.
Hey, man.
The FHA ceiling is 1.2 million.
I told you that. I said, hold on. Are you telling me is it still a 380 credit score?
I mean, it's wild. But my thing is, people don't really look at these numbers. Like, it's real. That's what we are in 2026. When you got a house in South Central, $750,000 for a 2-bedroom, 1-bath. Like, let that sink in. 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 1,000 square foot, $750,000.
Hey man,
what really changed? What really changed about that house to make it? It's inflation. It's the current economy, which shows that our dollar has dropped because all these things are more expensive.
And the same property has been paid over a million times.
Correct. And who's really making money on that? It's not the people who live in it. It's the banks.
The banks in the county.
And the county.
That's how cold this game is, man. That's why I'm like, that's why we talk about, once you own a property, you need to go ahead and have a trust where it dumps into
a trust. Put it in a trust. Never sell.
Never sell it, man, because
it breaks my heart when I hear people who grandparents or parents paid a house off after 30 years and they're like, well, I don't like it. And their kids like, nah, we just gonna get rid of it. And they cash it out for like 80,000 because somebody sent them a letter and sent them a pre-drafted check and say, hey, if you cash it, give us this house. And I'm like, what's wrong with y'all?
Okay.
Like, keep it.
So to get it, you get the minimum FHA is a 580 for a 3% down, a 500 to 579, 10% down. Below 500, generally ineligible standard for FHA. A 500 credit score you could do. You can. Do. If you want 4 units, and when I say units, is this like a 4-bedroom?
No, 4-plex.
Oh,
so
really?
So you can either get a single family, a duplex, a triplex. FHA will only cover up to a quad, which is a 4-plex, which is 4 underneath one roof.
Bro,
because it's underneath one roof, they consider it one home. So even though it's a 4-unit.
So literally, I guess one of the best things to do. Let me think about how to do this logically. If I could take and sell a property, sell all my properties, get an FHA for 4, move into 1, try to put 500 on it, and just let other 3 units pay for it.
Right. So the play, the overall play, and this is for anybody, married or single, is you get an FHA loan and you find a quadplex or a triplex. Right? You get it because it's going to be the lowest rate, right? You live in one side or you live in one unit, you rent out the rest.
Or put your mama on Section 8, let her get one spot. Get correct. Section 8, let her get one spot. Right. If you got a Section 8 family, yo, you know how to do it.
And then now you either live mortgage free or your whatever you pay to the mortgage is very small, and you sacrifice staying there for at least 3 to 4 years to build up your cash, right? And then what you do is you can refi out of it, because I don't think you can have more than one FHA loan at a time. So you would either need to refi. I wouldn't cash out. I would refi for, just to get it out of the FHA loan, and then rinse and repeat.
Yeah, or just stay in that joint.
You put the entity in a trust or an LLC, and then you go get another FHA loan for another quadplex. Because all they're going to do when they run the paperwork is look to see if you have a loan on your name.
Yeah, and the other thing is, like, they're right about a certain criteria requirements. You'll just lose your homestead, but that's not a big deal if you got.
But at that point, it's positively cash generating, right? So who cares? You just roll. You take that tax advantage to the next property.
Yeah.
You either as a single person or you and your wife, you go to the next property. You do that again for 3 years. Do the same thing. So by the time you look at a 10-year period, you should have at least 10 to 12 doors.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you what the golden period in America was, but people didn't think about it. The golden period in America was about 2002, after the housing market collapsed in 2000 to about.
No, it didn't collapse in 2000. It was 05.
Well, in 2000 there was a collapse too. It was after the tech boom. So that's like 99, 2000.
Yeah. Okay, the tech bubble pop.
The game. If you, I shouldn't say this on there, but this is just information I've acquired over time. These chicks was getting their taxes done, and they was getting a child tax credit for $10K a kid. So they was leaving with $20K a year, right?
Mm-hmm.
They were selling condos in Daytona for $30,000 or $40,000.
Okay.
The chicks, if they had held their money, 40 grand, condo number one. Yeah, 2 more years, another 40 grand, condo number two.
Yeah, once again, you're dealing. So this is gonna sound very classist. You're dealing with a group in society, that demographic who's not thinking like that. They think I'm getting 20 bands. I'm about to get this hair. I'm about to get these nails. I'm about to get these lashes. I'm about to get these pocketbooks. You know, they're not thinking about real estate.
I'm just saying, if they had played their cards right, every 2 years a new condo, and then they could have stacked them up easily because we're gonna do 8 years. That's 4 condos.
Yeah, but if
condos and be cash flowing like crazy.
Yeah, but those individuals who getting 20K on a kid, they're already on Section 8. I'm not looking to buy a new house. I'm going to the buy here, pay here, and get that new car.
I know, man.
I'm just telling you what it is.
Yeah, hey, he said, I'm outside. I said the same thing, bro. I used to see a friend of mine on the tax business. I used to see these chicks. I'm like, baby, you down the street from where you live, they selling them for 20 and 30.
Yeah, but that means I'm gonna spend 20 and 30 for what? It's the mentality. It's a different mentality, brother. It's a different mentality.
Like, y'all just killing the game. And I was like, they was like, you ain't getting no tax money.
Listen, I knew somebody who was in a midnight ballerina.
Oh,
told me, I was like, how much, cash you see? She said, last year I saw about 120. I said, cash?
No tax.
She said, yes. I said, do you understand? Your 120 cash is like somebody making almost 190 W2.
Yeah.
Almost 200 W2. Like, that's the equivalent. And I'm like, and then when she told me, she was like, yeah, I don't have a car yet. I'm like, how do you got a car? But yet she had the latest Louis bag, nails done, had on Gucci shoes, had on everything was name brand. So once again, it's the mentality, man. It's the mentality. People like to look expensive and be broke.
Yeah, ain't nothing like a paid off crib, bro. Ain't nothing like a paid off crib. You just walk in. The stress is a little less when your crib is paid off. Like,
yeah, but they want to have a Hermes bag and no money in it. But
when I pay off my main house now, because I got the other spot done. When I pay off this one, bro, I'm gonna be leaving life. We'll be buying so much crypto, it's gonna be silly. It's gonna be silly. Yeah. It's gonna be silly. It's gonna be silly, y'all. I think again, the cool thing about this crypto thing is, if you're in the game, man, you got a shot at it. You definitely have a shot at being rich. It's just a wait. It's a patient waiting game right now, and just going in and getting what you're gonna get and stack it and keep going. Treat everything like a different battle.
The thing is, this is consistency with the patience, and having an unwavering belief that it will hit. Right? Having that unwavering belief, because we've been seeing a lot of red candles. If you were weak, you would have sold low. But if you're consistent with the DCA, which is the dollar cost averaging, you're buying all the way on the way down. So even though when you bought when at its highest, if you keep buying it low as it goes all the way down, and even if you buy at the bottom, it will have bring your average down. Right? It will bring your average down. And that's all you need to do. Stay consistent, keep your head down. Don't listen to the noise. The noise is a distraction, and the noise will break you and then make you sell. right? And then you're gonna say, well, you know what? At least I got out at the bottom. But it's like, well, why? You might as well just hold on to it.
I think the thing that gets interesting is when people have the outside pressures. And when I say outside pressure, I mean the bills. I mean the people you've told about it, and they're like, "Well, how's that XTC? Are you a millionaire yet?" Right? And it's like, I always say, I tell you, I had a guy. I thought we was pretty cool, and I was telling him about XRP and when it ran and everything. And then when I left the last joint, he was like, "Don't buy no more crypto." I was like, "Bro, I'm about to get hard on this crypto. We're gonna have crypto talks every night now because I got the time." You know, so I was like, I'm the opposite. I'm hard headed. I'm like, no, I'm going in.
So FUMA, remember we were in that investment group chat. We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
We'll just leave it at that. And I remember in the chat, this is before you and I started really, getting deeper into it. And XRP was at 15 cents. And I went and I told people, I said, listen, it's 15 cents. Stop going to Starbucks, give up whatever can you sacrifice for a day and buy $15 of XRP per week. Right. And people are like, for what? It's 15 cents. It has, what is it for? I said, just do it. Just do it. And the issue is people get blinded by certain things and don't want to make adjustments, don't want to sacrifice for a better future.
Right. And we got a comment. So Humble, we were initially talking about XDC, but we're always talking about XRP and any of these utility coins, right? Anything in any of these utility coins and just stacking it up. Doesn't mean you have to run hard, but just have it, right? This is how crazy this world is. So my son likes to collect Power Rangers memorabilia. And before I used to be like, oh, God. Then I start looking at some of the stuff I've collected over time and how much it's accumulated. So we went and bought some of that stuff. And I'm like, yo, this thing what I bought, it wasn't that much. It was like $100. The dude was selling it for $150. He was like, I'll give you, just take it for $100, get off my hands. It's like my son was like, Dad, that thing's worth a G. It's worth a G, Dad. Don't say nothing. Okay. But I'm like, that's some memorabilia, like some buttons or whatever the heck it was. Mm-hmm. But this crypto right now without regulation is gonna be phenomenal, dog. When it's come in and it's known that you're using this for this, this for this, this for this, and then all the financial institutions shake out, and then that'll give it a chance for companies to come in and help out, like real estate agencies. Hey, get rid of your realtors. We make it all smart contracts.
Listen, FHA said they're taking crypto now. You can have crypto on your balance sheet, specifically XRP, XLM.
Yeah.
Chase is accepting XRP for mortgage payments. You think XRP going anywhere? You think they're setting it up? All this is in preparation for the Clarity Act to pass.
Yeah,
they have everything. Their websites, their apps are all ready. They just need to turn it on. Why do you think the glitches have been happening? They're preparing. Think about it. If all the financial institutions have to be ISO compliant in November this year, not next year, this year, you don't think they're not ready?
They're gonna have meetings. Hey, we need to bring your specialized team in. We need integration.
Only retail is not in the know. The big boys are already in the know. They're ready prepped and ready to go. I feel sorry for all those people who aren't buying now. Because when you wake up, because it's not going to be a slow growth period. We've been in that long enough. It's going to be a hard switch over. And there's going to be people who are going to be sitting there like, where did this stuff come from? Where was I? It was right in your face.
That's gonna be the ugliest time when people start doing that. Like, or you start outbidding people for properties.
I sat back and really thought about it, right? And I'm like, okay, could it be a slow growth where we'll see, let's just say, for example, we see the coins grow slowly? Because what the problem is this, what people don't fail to realize, wealthy mentality is, I don't want FUMA to get it, because FUMA's probably sitting on some dry powder. And if it's affordable for him and he sees the signs and he sees it's turning, he will try to jump in and he's going to make some money. Wealth is, we're going to get in and scare people not to get into crypto. So then when we hit the switch, we're going to be even wealthier. So then when FUMA finally tries to jump on, XRP is at $100, at $200. And FUMA's going to think in his mind, he's getting a deal because he makes good amount of money. So $200, you know, ain't going to really shake him. So he'll go spend $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 when FUMA had an opportunity to buy it at $1.
Yeah, I tell you, when XRP hits 100, I tell you, I'm gonna just say off the bat, we're gonna do a meetup once a quarter in Orlando.
Absolutely.
And it's gonna be tailored to who is a member of this channel. If you was a member of this channel, I'm gonna go back and look down the list. You got to bring your phone up, show me the joint, or show the dude at the joint and use on the list. You can get in. We're gonna have some food, some drink. We're gonna chop it up. If you ain't on the list, if you got cousins and they ain't on the list right now, I ain't gonna let you bring them in. You can bring your wife and your spouse in, but this FUMA, this is my cousin. Nah, dog. Sorry, they won't watch it with you.
Yeah, and everything that's for the rails, what people have to realize, it's not about selling at that point. It's about having enough so they can move the stable coins. It's about the stable coin movement. It's not necessarily about you selling HBAR, you selling XRP, somebody selling XDC.
HBAR.
It's all about how the traffic moves. Think about it this way, folks. Imagine whatever city you guys are in and you own the road and you put up a toll booth.
Yo, yeah, I tell you, never sell an HBAR though.
Right. No, what I'm saying is XRP is like the highway. XDC is like the road in your city. HBAR is maybe the toll road in your city. Imagine if you own the specific lengths of toll roads and people had to pass through your gate and pay you.
Oh, I love it.
Right? The currency, i.e. the traffic, is the stable coins. They're going to have to move that around the world through your city. And you get paid at that toll gate because you own a piece of the road. That's what it's about.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be great. Is at what time? I'm not trying to be snooty when I say this, but at what point do you got rental properties? You like, nah, man, you don't own crypto. I can't let you in. I can't rent to you. You don't own crypto, because I'm gonna need you to put this type of crypto in escrow in case you mess up. That's my plan for rental properties. Yeah, I need you. I don't need fiat. I don't need I need escrow. You need to put this in escrow.
I'm telling you right now, if you don't hold utilities, you're not going to see dividends, because what's going to happen is the bank's going to be like, hey, OSW, we know you got 50,000 XRP. Let us custody it for you. We're going to give you an 8% return. It may even go higher, all depending on how many transactions we do. Because what's going to happen is, if you hold as an institution, think about it. If you hold enough XRP, that means you can move more stable coins.
Yeah, you're right. You can move more across the board.
So let's just say, Wells Fargo wants to move $1 billion a month. Well, they need a certain amount of XRP. Well, because they didn't believe in it, maybe they only have 1 million XRP. Well, you know what, FUMA? You know what, OSW? Give us some of your XRP so we can build a bigger bag, and we're going to give you, some form of staking rewards, etc. Because we're able to now move more money. We're able to have more liquidity and be able to move, instead of $1 billion a month, we're going to move $1.5 billion. And because you're allowing us to hold and custody your XRP so we can get to $1.5 billion, you're going to share in the rewards of that.
Yeah.
You mad?
Yeah, would it go to 2?
Oh, you seem like giving you.
Yeah, he like you said 200. I'm like, yo, I'm telling you something because my whole goal is I'm not gonna live a luxury lifestyle. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna get me the most. Y'all got all these all-you-can-eat seafood places with lobster tails in Orlando for $38 a head. I'm gonna have to go to the gym a lot more. You know, I'm gonna have to do some laps before we do a show. I'm already becoming a big dude. I gotta do more exercise. But yeah, man, I think it's gonna get. I just really have a feeling they're gonna pass this. I don't know what it is. I just have a feeling because of all the pressure and what's going on. Because internationally, they gotta pass this.
Right. And the banks are now saying you gotta pass it. Like, you know, they're not blocking it no more. They're like, yo, pass it. Because if we don't, these institutions are going to suffer. We're going to suffer as a country. So, yeah.
So I think we got 2 weeks. I tell you what, 2 more shows, we going to know. And if the price dip, when they dip, we dip, we dip.
Yep.
I'm going to be eating with chips. Matter of fact, I'm going to be around for something to sell up in here today. And maybe I'll just do some of that, like sell some food out of the house. Maybe I'll do something like that. I got Facebook Marketplace where they selling the chips and candies and foods out of the house. Maybe I'll do that with hot pots.
I'm telling you, if you have the opportunity, get a little bit dollar cost average. I'm not telling you not to pay your rent, not to pay your mortgage, not to, but get some, get your foot in the game, get your toe in the game, because you're going to be upset.
Yeah. I would tell you again, mess with the cold storage. Go ahead and get you a ledger. If you need one, there's some links in the channel description to get you some. If you need help setting one up, you can let me know. You can either email me, find me on X. You can go to zeddy.com, stonemile.com, book some time with me. I'll help you out. I ain't gonna charge you. Now, if you start getting nutty, I'll charge you. But if you just need some basic help setting up, if you go to stonemile.com, I'll help y'all out. It's not big. But I'm reason why I'm pointing them there is because I got a calendar there and I know what my schedule will look like.
All right. So look, Humble asks, how much is enough? I'm going to say it's subjective to you, good sir. It's subjective to you. It is subjective to you.
Hey, Humble, I'm going to help you out. I'll help you out. Let's just help him out. Hey, Humble, if you go to the main channel description, there's a OneDrive in there with an Excel document.
Oh, yes.
That Excel document has a place where you can track different cryptos. Set your own targets, right? I'm going to just help you out because I'm giving you the shortcut to everything. If you go in that Excel document, download it on your computer, you can go in there. It's got a tab in there for crypto tracking, the ISO coins versus all the different type of coins. But I gave you some good base, and then there's some good base numbers to put in there. I think it's like 5,000, 10,000. I would tell you, use the ISO coins and just put 5,000 and then see where you at and try to hit a 5,000 target, right? I'm not going to tell you, oh, that's enough. I'm just trying to give you a way to start tracking to help you figure out targeting on what you want and how to grow it. So you're just not chasing your tail.
Mm-hmm.
That should help you out. And it has a whole bunch of other stuff in there. But it seems a lot of people, when they say to me, hey, how much is enough? You're not tracking what you have.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
And if you just DCA and keep your head down, your bag will get to where you want it to be.
Hey, no problem, Humble. I came up with that sheet, man, because I had, Marvin was talking to me, some other people was talking to me, and it was like, I need to give something to help people out. And I like doing Excel files anyway. So it's a corporate thing. I'll put that in an Excel spreadsheet and give it right over. Right over.
I didn't put no pivot tables on it.
Hey, man, I thought about putting tables. It's like, yo, you need to chill, bro. I don't want nobody texting me, hey, bro, your table's off. You need to give me a couple of minutes. I'll get back into it. Give me a couple of minutes. I had to go to lunch. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna update it, and I'll let you know. I'll send you an instant message when I'm done. Hey, man. Hey, and yeah, like I said, I use that because Humble, I had to use it, and I have an Excel spreadsheet just like that. That's tailored off one of my Excel spreadsheets. And I keep it funky with you. Sometimes I forget what I buy. Not that I have money like that, but sometimes you're like, so for instance, bro, the other night, I forgot I put like some money on my gold ledger, my test ledger for some testing. And I looked up, I'm like, there's $800 on here. I'm like, I was missing that. Oh, that hurt. So, I'm like, all right, because I was doing some testing on some stuff.
Absolutely.
Ain't nothing worse. Go ahead.
No.
But I was like, there's nothing worse than like you're buying crypto and you're storing it for testing and doing stuff, but and losing money. I'm like, dang, that's the second time that's happened to me. I'm like, but that's why I try to limit the amount of devices and apps now, just so I can find it.
No, but like I said, I would tell anybody, have your frozen wallet. I keyed that term, frozen. That's my key. I need to trademark that. You have your warm wallet, hot wallet, cold storage wallet. You need a frozen wallet, a wallet where you just only send. You don't remove. So that way you kind of have your own form of retirement. So
yeah, man, that's the key. I got some wallets like that they only receive crypto. That's it. That's it. Because at the end of the day, man, now I got a couple wallets that if things go crazy, I'm about to swap out. And I'm not doing it on exchange. That's why I keep a Zamen wallet on me. I keep 2 Zamen wallets on all the time. If you don't want to be in a car. Let's say you're in a car going somewhere. You get an XRP that jumped to 1. It jumped to 10. It jumped to 20. Let's say it jumped to $100 overnight. And you got to come back. You ain't going to pull up the cold storage. You're going to be too nervous. Go to XRP. I'm going to be like, 100. I'll be stuttering and doing it. So with the Zamen.
The thing is, you just have to have. And this is what I tell people. This is what I would recommend. I'm not going to give advice. I'd recommend that you break it down, right? Certain wallets do certain things, and you already do that. So you have that one wallet where you're able to do those swaps, and everything else is just sitting out there for whatever you want to do.
My staking wallet, and then I got my test wallet. My test wallet is for all the things that you see. You can get on here and do this with Wonderland Time. I'm like, oh, let me try that out. Let me try it out and still be safe.
Understood.
Yeah. So this better. We'll see. Oh, I took that. I don't know if I think I call and tell you how PayPal has their own blockchain right now.
No. So PayPal opened up a blockchain?
Yeah, PayPal got their own blockchain that mimics his ETH, and it's right on MetaMask.
Right?
What's that?
It's not built into PayPal, is it?
Yeah. Man. So I haven't tried. Hold on, let me take a look here. I'm
logging in right now. I'm trying to see if I see it.
Let me look at my MetaMask. Maybe I'm smoking crap.
I know they have their own stable coin.
Give me a second. I'm gonna get on the MetaMask joint.
And you could buy crypto inside of it.
Yeah, I was looking at this yesterday. Give me a second. This is it's Robinhood. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Yeah, I apologize. It's Robinhood has it. And so it literally mimics Ledger. Or excuse me, Ethereum. So yes, the Robinhood chain, which is crazy, dude.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh man.
What's that?
We're gonna go for almost 2 hours. I just realized that. Wow.
Bro, like I said, when you do shows and the conversation's good, you can do 2 hours easy. Oh, what's going on, Hex Down Under? You can do 2 hours easy.
Yeah.
Like
if
you don't have to point and click and yank and bang, and you're not talking craziness and you're not looking to talk crazy, you gotta look at, you can be like, oh man, look at Robinhood. They got their own chain now. I think the Robinhood chain, the reason why I'm bringing this up is I started buying Robinhood stock after I heard they had their own chain.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, huh. And then I started buying the stock in the company. They announced their chain. And I was like, how are they going to integrate it? You know, is it going to be on Ledger? And then when I jumped on it, they're like, oh, it's on MetaMask. I was like, these guys did a side chain off of Ethereum. That's beautiful because as long as you have Ethereum, you don't need the app. You know, you can integrate your ledger. As long as it's got Ethereum, you're good. You know what I mean? Because it's like Avalanche. It'll use the Ethereum side of the game for transactions and stuff. You looking at it right now, your MetaMask? What can I swap this out for? Yeah, so I guarantee they're gonna dump a lot of stocks on that joker. And then once they put a lot of stocks on it, you're gonna have cold wallets.
You can get your stocks on Ledger now, right now.
Yeah.
The ETFs, everything. You can buy it straight up.
Now, like I said, I think Robinhood is up to something. I think they're getting ready to buy somebody. I don't know who. I think they get ready to buy somebody.
It will definitely be interesting.
I think they're getting ready to. Man, you want to wrap it up, man? You want to do the closing out?
I can do the close.
Not like I'm doing anything tomorrow. I don't know. I gotta check into my job, see what they got to say.
Yeah, well, family, I mean, we had a great night tonight, man.
Let me get a solo. Hold on.
Yeah, some good discussion, family. Once again, take some of the pointers, right? Dollar cost average, DCA, sacrifice something. So that way, you know, it's not eating into your budget. Make sure you look at the coins you're investing in. Do your own research. You know, I like utility coins. You may like other coins, but don't all go meme. Please don't just all go meme. And just stay positive. And, you know, see you next time. Peace out.
Peace. All right, y'all. We'll see you next Sunday. We'll try to grab a guest, see if we can get somebody. Who knows? We may do this show 2 times a week. I gotta talk to GMoney about that. See what he want to do. I think I like doing this. I like doing the other show, but I like this. You see what I'm saying? Like, so let's punch out and let's talk. I'm gonna call you on the celly, but stay on here. All right, peace, y'all.
Thanks for joining us on Cryptotherapy 589. If you clicked like and subscribed, you're officially part of the Smart Money crew. Don't forget, we're here every week with fresh insights to keep your crypto game strong. Until next time, stay sharp, stay decentralized.